Okay, we're taking a look at the chapter review for chapter 2, discussing every problem so we get a better understanding of what the test is going to be on. So when we're looking at this first problem, they want to know what the domain and the range are and whether it's a function or not. Now, as far as the domain go, remember, domain deals with the x's, okay? And so we should list all the x's that are involved here, and there's only one. And so as we look at that x, we don't need to say it 4 times, just -3. Now, as we look at the range aspect of it, we're looking at the y values. So as we look at the y values that I underlined here, I just went in numerical order 0, 1, 2, 3. And just list them. Again, if there's a repeated one, we don't have to write it twice, just one time. Now the next question is whether it's a function or not. Now remember, to be a function, for every x there has to be, or there can only be, one y value attached to it. So as we're looking at this problem, we can say no, this is not a function, because when we're looking at it, -3 has 4 values attached to it. So this cannot be a function. For every x, there can only be one y value attached to it. So this fails, it is not a function. Now number 2 is asking about whether this graphed item is a function or not. Now again, for every x, there can only be one y value. So what we do is we do a vertical line test. We draw a vertical line, and that x value, where that vertical line is, you can see has 2 values. I drew 2 vertical lines, so you can see both of them have 2 values attached to it. So therefore, this is not a function. So we would definitely say in this particular problem, no, this is not a function. Okay. Now, number 3. As we look at number 3 here, we want to find the function value as we plug things in. So we are plugging -3 into our function to see what we get for a result back. Now remember, when you plug in negatives, it's always a good idea to use parentheses, especially on your calculator. Otherwise, you're not going to get the right answer because the computer needs to understand the -3 is going to be squared. So use a parenthesis on those. Okay, so in this case, we would get, or do it in your head even. So we could do this one in our head. We would end up with 9. -4 times -3 is a +12, and then you get the +5. On the bottom, you have -3 plus 7, which we know is 4. And then you can add the top together, you get 26. But remember, go ahead and reduce it down to 13 halves. Okay? So now let's go on to problem number 4.